Hello and welcome to another random webcam video. Ho ho! Hello, happy Monday. I know Mondays suck, but today is not just any Monday. Today happens to be a particularly important Monday. For those of you who have seen me around, I have lots of things written on my arms, and I'm also wearing neon yellow pants. No big deal. For those of you who haven't had me writing things on your arms all day, there's a reason why I'm doing this. I'm not just Sharpie happy. You'll notice that most of these say things like love or amor, have here, or you are not alone, things like that. Most of them say love, or I love you. But uh, basically, today is Suicide Prevention and Awareness Day, and so you were supposed to wear yellow, and you were also supposed to write love on your arm, and that was in recognition of an organization called To Write Love on Her Arms, which is basically, again, just raising awareness for suicide and prevention and how to handle such things. Basically, it's just kind of a support group, and it's really personal to me because, and this is confession time, so Friday was the 1 year anniversary of when I seriously considered killing myself. Um, it was it. I'm fiddling with things because I'm awkward, but um, it was probably the hardest day of my life. Um, and for those of you who don't know, I have clinical depression, and I do take medication for it. Um, I'm a lot better now than I used to be. Obviously, at that point, I hadn't I hadn't been diagnosed. I didn't know anything about it, and that was I had suicidal thoughts before, but that day I went to go play some tennis to get out some anger, and that ended with me rocking on the floor of the tennis court sobbing. And I didn't have a plan. I didn't know how, but I wanted it to end. And I didn't want to be here anymore. I was tired of life. And and then suicide is a really selfish thing. Um, but for the first time, I didn't care about that. And for the first time, I honestly believed that I could go through with it, and I probably could find a way to do it too. Um, I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to be talked out of it. I was it was a very dark time in my life, and I remember wrapping my arms around myself. Cause I always do that when I'm sad. Cause this is like a way of holding myself together or something. Um, but I didn't, and I don't remember why. All I know is that I'm really, really glad I didn't. Um, and so this has a really personal message. Today means a lot to me because to see people supporting those means that I'm not alone. And I've talked some really good friends out of killing themselves, and that's hard. It's a really hard thing to do. And I get judged because people tell me that depression isn't real and that it's all in my head. And it's a chemical imbalance. It's scientifically proven that depression is a chemical imbalance in the brain. It's not my fault. And I'm very confident in that, and I do not feel guilty whatsoever, nor do I feel like an attention seeker, which I used to feel like. I'm I'm telling the whole world right now. I'm not ashamed of my past because I'm still here and I have a story to tell and I'm ready to tell it. And I'm proud of what I've overcome to fly. I'm proud of what I've overcome to get where I am now because I am the polar opposite of who I was 1 year ago. And I would not even I wouldn't even think of taking my own life. But there are people out there who would think that and are thinking that right now. There are people out there right now who are in the midst of committing suicide. It's a staggering statistic, which is why days like these, to let them know that we care about them. I was them. I was that person, and I, I didn't care. I didn't know. I didn't think people didn't care. I mean, had I told them they would have cared, but it just, I mean, it's not a guilt thing. It was not anyone's fault, but I was very willing to take my own life, and I almost did. Um, And, oh, there goes my screen. Um, but I didn't, and that's the important part of the whole experience, was that I am that much stronger because of it. And I'm here, and I am very confident as a person, and I'm confident in who I am and what I can do, and I love my life. I wouldn't give it up for the world, and suicide is so selfish. It's the most selfish thing a person can do. And I mean, if any of you, I don't care if I know you or not, if you ever need to talk about this sort of thing, I have experience with it. I can help you, or I can help get you help. Medication doesn't change who you are. I mean, it took me about 8 months to find the right dosage, but now that we found it, I am a happy, normal version of myself. I'm back to who I am. It's just correcting what it is in my brain, and I won't have to take it my whole life necessarily. I want you all to get rid of that stigma about medication that I got people tell me that it'll change me, or that I don't need it, I'm making it all up, they're just sugar pills. No. I did need it. I couldn't do it on my own. I almost died. I needed that. But I'm here now. I mean, it saved my life. And if that means I get some dirty looks, I don't care. I'm here. And I'm happy, and that's all that matters to me. So if you know anyone who has ever struggled with this, or if you struggled with this, or if you are struggling with this right now, I'm here for you if you ever need me, and so is a lot of people. So are a lot of people all over the world who understand. And we love you, and I love you, and I know that you guys love me, and that's what keeps me going. And I'm proud of who I am, and I have no shame. So, if you can, you should write love on your arm, because I'm not just being silly and taking advantage to be Sharpie happy. This is a very personal cause for me, and it means a lot to me to see people supporting this cause, because it's very close to home. And, 1 year ago from on Friday, I almost I almost stopped myself from getting here, but I didn't, and you don't have to. So you're never alone, and this too shall pass. No matter what you're going through, it's going to pass, good or bad. The one thing that applies to everything in life is this too shall pass. So just think about that, and next time you want to judge someone for being depressed because you think they're trying to get attention, they're not. You need to take it seriously. No matter what they're saying, take it seriously. Because the one time that you don't, something very awful could happen. Just take them seriously. Trust people. Okay? Okay. Love.